You know what also came out today, Funko wise, Adrian? That your boy pre-ordered? Invincible Funkos.
Like Invincible the hero or for Invincible the show? From
Well, the
It's the same
hero.
thing.
Well, the hero himself,
yeah.
and Omni Man, and then they also have like
Nice.
the Think Mark Think like scene where he's like beating against a rock.
It's so brutal. Never watched it. Haven't watched it yet. I was thinking about watching it.
It's
I
so
watch
good.
it, dude. It's
I keep
literally-
forgetting I have an Amazon account, and I'm just like,
dude.
And-
Fuck Amazon.
oh,
How are you watching it then?
Making you
That's-
making you pay another $3 if you don't want ads.
or at least they give you
it's capitalism.
at least they double it so that you can like you pay for Prime and then you can get like early shipping at the same time. You get shows, The Boys and Invincible.
Well, didn't if you already paid for Prime, you got Amazon Prime, like the
Yeah,
No,
it's
yeah,
exactly
no.
it.
But
It
like,
doubles.
if you want ad free, regardless if you
Yeah.
have
Yeah,
Amazon
$3
Prime or
more.
not, you gotta like fuck you. That's why I haven't
honestly,
touched
the
Amazon
ads don't
Prime.
bother me.
Well, I mean, yeah, the
And-
ads don't. I mean, we watch things that have ads anyways, but like, fuck you, you fucking
No, yeah, and
disgusting
it's
pig. You
another
dirty,
thing with
greedy pig.
Netflix too, trying to like throw in ads now. I'm like, I haven't had Netflix in like a year, but
It's
it's
hard
still
for
just-
me right now. It's hard for me. They're putting all the One Piece stuff on Netflix. Now coming, I think next year or later this year or something, WWE is gonna be on Netflix. Like,
the Avatar live series.
It can be so simple.
live
Just give
action
us back
series.
The Office.
don't even
on
talk about
Peacock.
Avatar, the live action.
I don't want to have
I've
to
heard
get Peacock.
terrible things about that live action.
Yeah, I
Just-
have my own rant ready to go, but I
About
just
what?
about the Avatar: The Last Airbender live action series coming out.
Oh,
They're just changing so much shit that just doesn't need to be changed. They're like, "Oh, this is like too much. This is too mature of a thing that we need to be giving our audience, even though it was a kids show and the themes were in the kids show. Just let us have the you have the foundation. Just
We want it to be like Game of Thrones.
But
Bro,
then you
what
can't, and
network
then you
is
can't like
the
make a
source
character
from?
sexist. You can't fucking. It's just like,
How do you
ugh,
take-
you know?
How do you take something from Nickelodeon and be like, well, this is too immature for us, bro? It's a fucking, it's for kids.
Yeah. Like make it adult, like put an adult spin
main
on it.
characters
But then they're making it
kids.
so much more kiddish though, and it's just like, fuck, guys. You have the foundation, you have the formula right in front of you. Just follow the source material. Anyways.
Apparently, the creators, like the original creators of Avatar: The Last Airbender, also left the
Yeah.
project already because
It makes sense because they're
creative differences.
they're just sticking a thing up their ass and there's be like, dance for me, monkey. And then they're just told to deal with it. So annoying. I'm like the biggest Avatar fan. Avatar was what got me into like animes and like all these cool cartoons and stuff. Made me who I was.
American.
It found-
It's an American production company, so I mean,
It is, yeah.
animation
Again, what
series.
about you? What got you into? What cartoon got you into like anime or?
Oh,
what was, like,
I was talking to one of my
gateway
clients about
drug
this.
for you?
I have like I cut this kid's hair and he comes in, and we talk about anime every time. It's great. This kid knows what he's talking about, and he asked me that same question just recently. And honestly, Gundam Wing, and let me think, Gundam Wing, Naruto the original, and then like the Dragon Ball. You know, I used to watch these shows as a kid. Like Toonami would come up, and then I'm like, dude, yes.
Did you guys watch Zatch Bell?
I don't think I've ever heard of that.
Look up Zatch
Actually.
Bell. You don't have to do it right now, but Zatch Bell, dude, it went hard. And that was like an anime. It was like Beyblade, but anime.
Zatch Ball.
I think
Or I guess, yeah.
I think for me, it was like a combination of Teen Titans, the original Teen Titans.
Let's
cartoon.
go. Yeah, that dude. Yes, I'm taking that answer. That's so
Yu-Gi-Oh, because I fucked with Yu-Gi-Oh for a bit,
Tuffy.
and I want to say like
Pokemon, easy one, but
Oh yeah,
maybe
That's-
Pokemon. Yeah, Pokemon. Well, actually, I didn't watch Pokemon that much.
really, I grew
I
up
think it was
on
just
that.
a lot. I watched a lot of Cartoon Network, like Generator Rex, Secret
Mhm.
Saturdays, Batman Beyond.
Batman
Yes.
Beyond, dude. Just like they need to make a live action Batman Beyond.
They
That
were
would
going
just
to.
go.
Honestly, they shot themselves in the foot because they said that if Flash did successful, Michael Keaton's Batman would be Bruce Wayne to Terry, what's his name, McGinnis, right? Terry McGinnis?
I think so.
Is that Batman
I think
Beyond's secret identity? Yeah.
Look that up real quick.
Like, imagine that. Like, you have Michael Keaton, you know, at the right age to be that Batman, just sitting at his, like, monitor. Meanwhile, Terry's out there flying around in a bat suit. I don't know who'd play him. Somebody cool. Me. Anyways.
What like nationality is
Yeah,
Batman
Terry
Beyond.
McGinnis.
Terry McGinnis.
wasn't
Yeah,
he
that's
like
the
I don't know.
You know the story with it? Like, how he came about?
Mm.
Like, how they wanted to make a new Batman? I think it was Waller that actually came up with it. Amanda Waller. So she wanted to make a new Batman.
She
So-
pisses me off.
Yeah, dude, same. And she wanted to replicate how Bruce Wayne was, so she straight up his parents. Fun fact. And then Bruce Wayne was like,
They're listening.
They're
so-
listening.
I was hoping it was like explain it better. Honestly, that'd been kind of clutch if I was like, oh, actually, it's right here. But no, it didn't. Seriously,
Yeah.
didn't become right.
It's like Batman pornography, and it's like,
Battery.
Ah,
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Batman Beyond was Tuffy Jones.
it was. You know what else was Tuffy Jones?
What?
Oh, the
I'm sorry.
hyenas were sick. But you know what else was Tuffy Jones? This intro. Hello, everyone, and welcome to yet another episode of the Something Original podcast. My name is Adrian, and joining our virtual studio is our other host.
Chase.
It was sub Tuffy at best, and Gannon.
Yeah, honestly, you didn't put your whole Badussi in it, Adrian.
I don't know. I've been up since 6:30, so maybe it's a little. Maybe
Oh,
We're
Learn
doing
if
this
the day
like
is getting to me.
later than usual. I feel like.
4K.
What time do
yeah,
you
my
guys
Spanish
wake
class.
up in the morning?
I wake up at like 6:35, 6:40 ish. I have Spanish at 8 a.m. Monday through Thursday. It's only 50 minutes, but it's 8 a.m.
That's
That
rough.
sucks.
That's
It's
rough.
fun.
That's very early to be learning a foreign language.
I like.
I mean, usually English just sounds like a foreign language in the mornings, anyways.
Honestly.
And maybe it would make it easier. I don't know.
Class is fun. I like the professor. It's just 8 a.m. It's killer. I mean, it's great because I'll look at the clock and I'll be like, it's 8:25. Oh shit! Half the class has already gone by. But it's 8 a.m. Learning Spanish, speaking Spanish.
¿Dónde es la clase?
Where's my class?
Yes. Sí.
And you would say, ¿Dónde es la clase?
Wow.
Oh, see, that one I
Ooh.
totally guessed. I didn't know if class was actually pronounced like that. Totally
Is it
guessed.
Clase.
Clase.
Biblioteca.
Library.
Yeah. It's
But
the only
yeah.
Spanish I know. I know como estas, and then that's mi amo. That's it.
Me llamo. It's me
Yeah,
llamo.
dude.
I know more Japanese now that I'm a Duolingo slut.
I was actually talking to Sarah about this. I remembered back when I was in like middle school and high school, back when my brother was like fucking pirating a bunch of shit, like just burning a bunch of movies onto like CDs and stuff. He got my dad Rosetta Stone for Italian. There was like a year and a half where my dad was just straight up learning Italian. Just walking around the house saying random shit in Italian.
I
Just
think you put that
random
shit.
words. all the time. But like in Inglorious Bastards or
Yeah.
Bear Cheese.
I read with there.
I speak the second most Italian.
We're off to a good start here.
We are.
It's the Bear Jew.
That is a phenomenal movie. That's up there. Speaking of movies that kill Nazis, have you guys seen that commercial for that new one with Henry Cavill?
The A24 film, maybe?
It's a Guy Ritchie film about.
I think I've seen like barely some of
It's
it.
something Ungentlemanly Warfare.
Is there
got,
like a Nazi in the river and he's like spooked about something? I keep seeing an ad for that come up on my TikTok, but
I don't think so. It's something
You know what
Ungentlemanly.
movie? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Keep going.
It's got Henry Cavill, Alan Richardson's gonna be in it.
Let's see.
The cast looks sweet, and the movie looks amazing.
Just like
I love any
Henry
movies that kill Nazis. That's literally like my favorite war movies.
I just love killing Nazis.
I just love killing Nazis.
Oh, are you talking about Argyle?
No, it's something Ungentlemanly Warfare. Just look up Ungentlemanly Warfare.
I heard Argyle is
I don't think that's
butt
Henry
cheeks
Cavill.
so far.
I'm telling you, I legit showed my client this morning. Here we go with a
making
Pokemon, Pokemon Ruby again.
I haven't seen proof yet. I haven't seen proof.
I'm going to have to legit buy the game. So let me get a Game Boy Advance and
The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare.
Oh, who's casted in that? Adrian?
I don't know why it didn't pop up on his IMDb.
I don't know why you're going to IMDb.
Oh, because
when
it's
you can
not
just-
out yet.
Yeah,
It's not out yet, so it's
the
not showing up his
trailer.
name.
I keep. Dear
That's stupid.
Lord, I'm
Why would
talking
it
to
fucking up?
myself.
That's stupid. But yeah, it's also got Alan Richardson in it.
Oh, another one I said. Oh, hey Gannon, you want to talk?
Oh, my bad that IMDb was making you look like a liar. Don't shoot
IMDb
the
is
fucking
not
messenger
trustworthy. IMDb is the IGN of
here. Okay,
film.
IMDb is the International Movie
But
Database.
IGN
Did
is
you ever disrespect
also
them?
the IGN of film. So I mean,
Speaking of film, I wanted to talk about something.
yeah,
I wanted us
Bring
to
it
make
to
a
the table.
list. A list
a lit.
of.
Oh, great.
This is something I saw like a while ago. Did you guys ever watch Cars?
I watched the first
Yeah,
one.
Absolutely, first and second.
No. Life is a Highway.
don't think so.
You know?
Yeah, I'm gonna write it all night long.
Who are the goats of the Piston Cup? And for reference, I already pulled up the
The old one.
Webby
That guy's
site
the
here.
coolest. The
I would say Lightning McQueen, Doc Hudson, and that fucking blue guy.
yeah, the blue one. What's his name? I can't. I'm literally got my face up to my screen. Oh, Dale Earnhardt. That one.
Dale Earnhardt.
all right, because I have a list myself.
Wait, is he really Dale Earnhardt? Dude,
Yeah.
yes.
He also in the Cars
That's my
universe
choice.
died in a race.
No
But here's-
way.
Here's my list.
It's
All
a little
right, and
icky,
it's going to be
honestly.
controversial. It's going to be a little controversial for people who take this shit serious. So obviously, Lightning
Fictional
McQueen.
cars, guys. Come on.
Lightning McQueen, top of the list. You can't disagree with that
You can't disagree.
at all. I put number 2,
I can.
Doc Hudson.
Dale Earnhardt didn't even get
Why?
a race him.
Doc Hudson was an innovator. A man came in, took the racing world by storm. And then, unfortunately, injury took him out. If he wasn't injured, he'd have more Piston Cup wins than anybody. He's number 2. Injuries took him out. 3, I put Dale Earnhardt. And a lot of people would put the one dude from the first movie, King, Strip Weathers. Some people will put him at 3 because he's got 7 Piston Cup wins. But if you look at the Piston Cup history, his are very staggered throughout his career. All right, I did some fucking research into this. All right,
Okay, so what you're saying, you put Doc at 2, which is wild. So you're saying you're trying to make the argument of injuries held him back in his career.
injuries took him out. Injuries ended his
took him out.
career.
Injuries ended his career. What
But
would what would we talk about? Like D Rose. What if D Rose never got hurt?
Okay, but D Rose didn't
But
go
think about this,
three-peat in the
Adrian.
Piston Cup. Doc Hudson went and three-peated 3 years in a row in the Piston Cup.
I'm going to come at you with a counter argument of the Doc Hudson because he trains Lightning McQueen,
Exactly.
who's
He ends
number
up
one.
training the GOAT.
So you think Yoda, training Luke Skywalker, that doesn't mean anything?
That means a lot.
Dale Earnhardt's number one still, and that's my final vote.
No, see,
Lightning
I put
McQueen
Dale-
has to be arguably unanimous
greatest.
number one.
Yeah.
Race Hale, praise Dale.
Yeah, let me get back to my point. All right, Dale Earnhardt, put him at 3. Number 3 is at 3 because before he unfortunately died on the track, this man was I think he was winning every other Piston Cup, whereas Strip Weather's King was winning one every 7-8 years. Like, he had a 20-30 year long career, but you got outshined
I don't
most
know,
of your
man.
career
Strip
by other
Web,
people.
he has 7. He has 7 Piston Cups.
Seven staggered Piston Cups. Some of those you can argue.
That is consistency. Not consistency, but that is
That's
longevity.
longevity.
That's longevity.
That is longevity.
I'll tell you this.
Yeah, if you're around long enough, you'll win some. But you're not
All
like
right,
Lightning
we're
McQueen.
not
You're
trying
not
to-
like Dale Earnhardt. You're not like Doc Hudson, where you're coming into the racing world and you're taking it by storm and you're winning every other Piston Cup that you're in or something like that.
But Dale Earnhardt, right,
He's a legend.
has
And
not.
if he didn't pass
NASCAR
away
has
on the
not been
track.
the same since he's been out of the picture, and we can all agree
Exactly.
with that. So, as the GOAT, I mean, I think it's more of it, especially with sports like this. It's a nostalgia over award base.
Exactly.
Chase agrees. He's running off. He said, "Yeah, you know what? That's too hot."
I'm not even looking at the window. But yeah, 4. I'm gonna put number 4. Strip Weathers, King. Yes, he has 7 Piston Cup wins, tied with Lightning McQueen. He also has the longest career out of all of them, and yes, the greatest of all time, Lightning McQueen, tied his record in a much shorter time span. But like I was saying, if you're around long enough, you'll get a couple wins.
Okay.
That's
well,
all I gotta say.
That was a good draft, Adrian.
And nope. Number 5, Cruz
Oh,
Ramirez.
I thought you said top. Oh, you're doing top 5.
5. I said 5.
Oh,
Cruz Ramirez.
goodness gracious! I can't
Why?
read
Because
some of these.
she came out of nowhere, and again, trailblazer in the racing world, taking on advanced, fucking souped up electric cars or whatever those motherfuckers were in the 3rd movie,
Well,
beating them,
Didn't make that
being
far.
trained by the greatest of all time.
Did
I'm
not
proud of
make
the
it
list.
that far. Toe Mater, where's he at? Don't see him.
He's number 6.
you're a liar.
That's my list. That's the GOAT. That's the GOAT Piston Cup list. I don't think there's any arguing that.
No,
Well,
there's argument.
there's a ton of argument,
There's
but
no arguing that.
Dale Earnhardt, Toe Mater, hippie van, army jeep, fire truck. Boom.
Italian
Done.
pit crew
I'm winning.
dude. What was his name? Luigi?
Dubs in the chat. Dubs in the chat.
that hot Porsche.
What was her name?
Porsche.
Lola.
Was it?
No, I don't know.
I don't remember her name.
Lilo.
And Stitch.
Underrated.
Mm.
But I don't
I
think,
think it's
honestly don't
properly
think
rated.
You can argue that. I
Do
don't
you-
think you can argue that GOAT list.
Hold on, real quick. Underrated Disney movie? Wait, what was it fucking called? Treasure Island. Was it Treasure Island?
about to say, yeah.
Treasure Island's great.
Fantastic. So
Treasure
underrated.
Island's super cool.
Sorry, I
Yeah,
just
man.
wanted to throw that in there. But Adrian, sorry,
No, I think I'm good.
Your list is disputed.
It's not.
for
But it's
sure.
good.
It's not disputable.
Okay. He said, here's how this went. I'm going to give you guys a draft option for today. We're just going to go around and say our best. But I already have won. I looked into this. Actually, I've been researching the last 3 days, and from this, you guys are going to automatically lose. I'm going to talk about it for the next 20 minutes, and you're wrong. When obviously my list is actually better, but hey, we'll go with it.
Yeah. See, what you conveniently forgot to mention is that there's a planes movie. The planes are faster than the cars.
Yeah.
Choose all the planes.
The planes
pit
did
crew,
9/11.
Luigi. You're just gonna leave out Luigi? How's he get?
I said Luigi.
How's Lightning McQueen gonna put his tires on, dude?
Pete stop.
Dude, you sounded just like him.
Actually, it was the soul of Luigi that just took over. Luigi was in me.
Did he just come inside you?
Just edged me. I feel gross just saying that word.
Yeah.
Now, guys, is edging the new meta, though?
No.
If you're autistic and chronically online, yeah.
Would you guys say you're chronically online? Or
No. I
Okay.
live out in the real world.
Okay. God.
I
Jeez.
mean, like I watch shows on my phone when I'm waiting for cuts to come through.
Well,
Does that count?
some would say what's the
That's-
statistic? What's like what defines being chronically online? I'll look it up. Don't worry.
Probably doing a
I
podcast.
see it
once a
as
week.
just being so absorbed with the internet and everything online that God, it's hard to explain it.
It's
one of those
a
things-
it's a phrase referring to someone closely engaged with internet culture. People said to be extremely online often believe that online posts are very important. Okay, so
yeah.
I guess none of us really care that much.
I think that that's kind of like the rant I want to do on how the gaming community fucking sucks. It sucks monkey dicks out the ass.
That sounds like a good topic and a good segue.
We are so good at segues.
Mall cop.
What? Oh.
I just segue.
Yeah, okay.
We just watched that the other day.
Paul Blart.
That's a great movie. That is such
It
a
is.
funny movie.
Very funny.
Kevin
James is a
Adrian-
great actor.
get out, dude. You're like Mall cop? I'm talking the first one.
Yeah, I mean,
Because-
all the spin-offs were...
It's,
It's like after the first Hangover, why'd you keep making more?
Right.
I will say, Hangover 2.
I think the second ones usually get a pass. They're just trying to capitalize off the success of the first one. But then when you see 2 wasn't as successful, why do the third?
Well, I mean, because there's precedents. I mean, there's movies out there that make 3, and it's like
Which president?
you
I'm
nailed
more of a
it.
U.S. Grant kind of guy.
Like you nailed it every single time. Like the Matrix movies, 1, 2, and 3, nailed it every single time.
Well, yeah, I mean, if it's
All
like
three
a
of them.
trilogy and you have a consistent story, The Hangover was its own story in the first one.
Yeah,
Star
but
wrapped it
Wars, Episodes 1, 2.
Did
and
they
3.
wrap it up, or was it left open ended with the possibility that they might have more crazy shit going on in their lives?
I mean, it's
it never
kinda-
said that, and they lived happily ever after, and they died at 90 years old.
I mean,
Their life
but
was
they
wrapped
just
up
use the
together
same
in one story.
formula, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to be original.
The difference between like the Star Wars movies was like
Nowadays.
you had like a cohesive story with all 3 movies, with like the sub story taking up the brunt of the movie.
Brats. Do you like brats?
I do.
We already talked about this, guys.
We've talked about this before, but I will say it again. I do fuck with a good brat.
Yeah, brats are so good.
Adrian, what was it?
Give me a brat.
What were you gonna say
What
about
were
the
you
gaming community?
Oh,
What
yeah,
do you-
dude, fucking so
what do
toxic,
we? The
dude.
gaming community is so freaking toxic. What do
There's
we?
just this growing stigma, and I want to blame part of it on streamers.
And
Like,
you.
Streamers are part of
You
a
gamer.
huge problem, but just like this weird toxic mindset, this like hive mind of singular opinion, where it's like, I don't like this, so it's the worst thing ever and it needs to fail, and everybody needs to hear this and agree with me. Like, I get there is some games that objectively it's like, this was bad. Like that Lord of the Rings Gollum game, like, that
Ass.
was objectively bad. But like, with the fucking whole Palworld Pokemon shit, like, all these Pokemon fans are coming out the woodworks and like, Palworld's the worst. It's just a ripoff, 1-to-1 ripoff. I hope it gets sued. Can't wait till it fails. The finals. I can't wait till it fails. Suicide Squad. I can't wait till it fails. Like, why can't you just be like, oh, I don't want to play this game. I'm not going to talk about it or want to play it.
To be completely honest,
my life.
to be completely honest, we are at the peak of video game like culture right now. We get so many good video games coming out every single month, but it seems like we can't enjoy it because of like the
Because there's just this
the
cloud.
negativity. Yeah.
It's a cloud of, because even if you don't agree with this shit, because I don't, it's just that cloud of negativity you see of this. It's just like, why can't you just either play the game and like it and make your content about it, reach out to other people who like it, and, you know, build that community of people who like this game positively. Like, why can't you just do that instead of just, and also like, oh, I don't like it, I'm not going to play it, instead of, I don't like this, so I'm going to go into every single piece of social media that's tagged with this thing I don't like, and I'm going to berate people who enjoy it, or I'm going to berate creators who make content on it because I don't like it, and it's the worst thing ever. It needs to be like, it's just like,
The best is when they haven't even tried it.
exactly. Like Valorant. I don't play Valorant. I don't like the play style, but I'm not going on to fucking all over the internet to Valorant shit and saying this is the worst. This is like this. How can you play this? I just don't fucking play it, and I don't care. And if I see a video about it, I just swipe. Like, it's just this
And
weird
I think a lot of
mindset.
I like a lot of the times with this is I feel like there's a special kind of people that just like watch streamers and then think this, right? And there are people that don't have friends. And a lot of the times
streamers. Keep going.
well, streamers that
Sorry.
a lot of times they don't. But then also these people that watch them also don't. So like they get these. Honestly, like best played is when in a multiplayer setting, they don't have friends to play it with, and then they're like, oh, okay, this game sucks because, they don't have that kind of chemistry with playing with somebody.
Yeah, it's this idea and this concept of like,
I think it's what kills
aligning your
for honor
opinions.
a lot of the
Yeah,
times.
it's like this concept and this toxic fucking parasite of a mindset that like people strictly align their opinions with success and popularity of a game. Like, oh, I like this game and I'm gonna play this game because it's so popular. Do you like it? Do you want to play it? Like, it doesn't make it doesn't make sense, and that's a whole different issue about people who just don't have their own fucking opinion.
Oh.
They just chronically align everything that they see that's popular or trendy or polarizing. They're immediately like, this is my opinion, until the next one comes by and it's just like, this is my opinion, and it's just like losing yourself.
There's a
You better. Okay, never mind.
I had a buddy of mine. I'm not going to say his name. He wanted to do streaming, and he told
Albert.
me that the only reason, yes, and the only reason, like he was like, I'm going to start streaming. Well, he's been streaming for a little while, and he's pretty good at it. But he plays Valorant, and he doesn't even really like it that much. But he knows that's what gets like views and like their algorithm is like competitive Valorant. And I'm like, dude, there's actually one streamer I do check in and watch. His name's like Coin something. Oh, I feel bad for not knowing it. Coin Fury, maybe? He's sweet though. He's a Canadian dude, and he only plays games that he enjoys. And I think seeing people that play, like he's playing in Shrouded, and he played Palworld, and like honestly, I'll stop in, check it, watch his streams when he's streaming on TikTok sometimes because he's just fun with it. He gets a new follower. He has a whole song that he plays, and he's got a mini trumpet, and he plays with the trumpet, puts on sunglasses. Great guy. That kind of stuff, I'm into it. You're having a good time,
That's like this one dude I found on TikTok Like I'll check his streams out a couple times here and there. His name is Hex Squad. He's that dude on TikTok who plays with Switch controllers on his PC,
Oh, okay.
and he's real
See
cool
that?
and chilling. But I was also gonna say, sorry, I'm ranting here.
Go on.
Streamers ruined gaming, really, especially for the gaming community, because think of first-person shooters like Battlefield, Call of Duty, Halo. A lot of things change from how it used to be because this 1% of gaming, these streamers, complain about the most niche problems, quote unquote problems, that aren't really problems. It's just them bitching and complaining because they have this mindset: I'm a streamer, therefore I am the best. I am the upper echelon of people in this game.
That quite literally is Apex Legends.
Yes.
That is what happened to Apex. Apex, when it first came out, it was a game for everybody, and everybody had fun and enjoyed it and played it.
It was fun in the beginning.
So much fun. And then streamers took a hold of it because it did have a competitive edge to it, but then they changed the game so drastically to fit the wants and needs
Sweaty,
of
disgusting
of the competitive gamer
troglodytes.
streamer. And it's because they have that following, so they think like, oh, if we make this change for the streamer, all their fans and viewers will want to come play it and test it out.
That's why games are so, like, online games for the most part are so sweaty, especially first person shooters, because they'll complain about shit like aim assist, skill based matchmaking. Like, first off, in the case of streamers, just because you do stream, and just because you do get a lot of people who watch, and just because you do win sometimes, doesn't mean you are the upper echelon. Because even though you make this your job, there are people who play harder than you like it's their job. And that's just the nature of things. I mean, at least within gaming. Not
1v1 me in Elden
within
Ring.
gaming.
I'll challenge any streamer 1v1 in Elden Ring.
Oh
I'll
my-
smoke you.
Oh my god, actually, did you guys hear about this Elden Ring thing?
What?
Mm-mm.
Oh my god, wait. So, I don't even know if it's real or not, but I saw something about it and people are like getting really like concerned. Elden Ring's coming out on mobile.
Oh, I just saw something about that.
Mobile, and a lot of people were like they found like screenshots of an item store for the mobile version of Elden Ring. Now let me ask you guys this: what was the best thing about Elden Ring?
They gave you an entire game.
They gave you an
for the
entire
price
game,
of an entire game.
and if you wanted something in the game, you had to work for it, and you had to go find it.
Yep.
Now I saw a thing
No.
that was like you can get Radahn's swords and Mikola's or Melania's sword and shit if you buy it. And I'm just like, wait. First of all, how's it? How's it?
1v1 I just started and I paid 99 cents for the Rivers of Blood. Fucking.
Oh my god!
1v1.
Just imagine.
I paid $3 and now it's plus 10 or whatever the fucking highest.
New game plus
The
10.
best part was like going and finding the stuff that you
Yeah.
wanted.
I mean, it was a game that like encouraged exploration and wanted you to actually try and get good. And now you can just essentially pay to win. I don't know if it's real. I don't know if the screenshots are official, but
It could probably
also,
be fake.
how is Elden Ring even going to work on mobile? I just cannot see how that's going to
Yeah,
play
like
out.
how are you gonna grind
It
levels?
depends.
But at the same time,
on-
simultaneously buy stuff with money.
It depends on if they change the play. If they try to keep the same exact play style and just optimize it for phone, I don't see how the fuck it's gonna work. But if they take the approach of something like, I don't know if you guys
RuneScape.
ever played Infinity Blade
Oh,
on the iPhone. I did, and the graphics actually looked great on it, and the play style wasn't like you do kind of run around a bit and stuff, but like combat was kind of like a one-on-one. You like swipe to do attacks type of thing. So like if they do that, I could see it working out because visually you can still bring that Elden Ring visualization and incorporate some kind of combat that works for a mobile, like it did for Infinity Blade.
I could see it being like RuneScape with members. Like, you paid monthly, and then you get these. Just saying it
Fucking
out loud
micro
makes me sick.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I was
Imagine
like,
looking in the mirror and telling yourself, "I just paid $4.99 to get ad-free mobile Elden
oh,
Ring."
you know what you can do? You can just play it on console or PC, and it's free, and it's probably the better quality version of the game.
So
Is it
much
free
better.
now?
Huh?
Is it free now?
No, well, no. I meant like most people probably have it because
Yeah.
it was
What are you doing?
so popular.
I mean, if you compare it price
Not
by
taking it.
price, technically, it's cheaper to just get an Xbox or PlayStation 5 and buy Elden Ring than it is to acquire a $1,000 mobile device and play the game for free
Honestly,
on App Store. I can't wait to see how that turns out. Like,
I'm not
if
looking forward
if
to
there
it.
is an item store, it's gonna fail. But if they just are trying to make Elden Ring mobile, I want to see it like
I want to see how it does.
try to. I want to see what it does with the combat. I think that's the biggest thing.
Dude, just imagine fighting Melania on mobile. It's like, I'm going to throw my phone through a wall.
Right, like your service crashes.
It's like, she was one fucking hit. Yeah,
I think
that would
it's gonna
suck.
fail dramatically. Just drop
Yeah.
a DLC for us. How about that?
It's coming out, I guess. It's either going to come out this month or next month, I heard.
Nice. Oh, but yeah, back to my rant. But yeah, streamers, they just complain about the most.
Fuck streamers.
And these game companies, they do listen to them. They do listen to the Nick Mercs and the Tim the Tap Man and the Ninjas who complain about these things because of the mindset that they're the best. When you're not the best, you're just entertaining in some way. But you're not the best at the game.
I saw Ninja streaming. Not gonna lie, don't see the muse. I understand. At one point, he
And-
was like,
And the thing is, social
he doesn't
media,
play builds anymore. He legit is just like a public,
He's zero
public
builds.
figure.
social
And
media
his
has put these
personality's
people
not even like good.
on
Much rather
a
watch
gaming
JC.
like pedestal strictly because the way social media is, guess what you're gonna see more clips of? Them winning or them fucking hitting like some fucking insane shots or
360
something.
no scopes and
But like what you're not seeing is that these people are streaming 8 hours a day and they're only getting like 4 or 5 wins and they're complaining or crying the entire time or talking about something weird or stupid because
yeah. Buzz.
I don't even know how the people in Twitch stream chats are real. Who are you people?
They're bots, quite literally. I think they're like I don't think I've ever been in a stream longer than like 10 minutes, and the only time I'm ever in a stream is supporting one of the homies. Jacob used to stream, Gannon's brother streams, so
I
I
used to stream for a bit.
Adrian used to stream, it sounds like. I mean, if
But
you're
I didn't
like,
do it with a camera. I did it on PS4.
I mean, Queso does it on PS5.
I didn't have a camera at all. It was
Yeah.
just my voice in the
Well,
game.
Get better.
I thought about doing it on the Xbox. I could just take this.
You can do
camera
it on
and
the
plug into
Xbox. That's how I was like recording all those football games that we never did anything with.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's my rant on the game community. I think the game community sucks. For the most part, there's people out there who genuinely enjoy video games, but there's just a giant hive mind cluster of just people who can't enjoy things that they want to enjoy. They just have to be the voice, quote unquote, of
Baldwins.
gaming and assert their opinion where nobody fucking cares. Just play your fucking game, dude. Like,
And it's almost come like full circle. Like growing up, the gaming industry was like, unheard of. It was like not even like a feasible like economic thing.
Options.
Well,
There
it
used to
was
be
like
so many options, so many good games, and it wasn't about what was popular. It was about
there wasn't as much money, but now we're throwing the bag at these studios, and they're putting out mid every
they're
time.
underperforming.
Yeah, they're under.
The budget for seeing the comparison for the budget for Starfield compared to Palworld is crazy. Bethesda, right? Am I saying that right?
Bethesda, yeah,
Bethesda,
yeah.
and then you
I
got Palworld
Well,
What's your budget?
creators.
To defend Starfield, honestly, I kind of want to
Two
go back.
hundred million dollar budget.
Starfield.
Peak
I keep going back to it because it's fun. I like
peak
Starfield.
peak players, 10,000.
Well, that's the
Peak players
argument.
for Palworld, 10 million, $6.5 million budget.
But that's
crazy.
That's the thing. That's the argument I was going to go on.
Cares.
It was like you have these huge studios, but at the end of the day, like Bethesda is owned by Microsoft. Who do you think's telling Bethesda to like release a subpar game? Who do you think's telling Ubisoft to release 9 Assassin's Creeds in a year? You know, why is there a Call of Duty coming out every year? It's because of Activision,
Why Call of Duty's still a
Microsoft.
thing?
But going back to it, some of the best games that are coming out are these indie games. Enshrouded, Palworld. There's another game coming out that looks fucking dope, and it's made by like 2 people.
Because
Suicide Squad.
big developers
Well, that's a big developer.
are like mega corporations. It's just a bunch of people looking at stocks and numbers and prices and trying to make games tailored to that, whereas indie developers are actually
IGN
making
types.
games because they want to make games that people enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Baldur's Gate 3 was so good, and that's why
because people
Call
cared
of
about
Duty
it.
sucks.
I mean, it was like
All the time.
the earlier Call of Duties were good because it was like a small group of people
Fire.
making the game, and then they got bought, and then you start throwing money at it, and it's like, oh, it kind of muddies the waters a bit. Now you have to kind of oversaturate the market to just squeeze as much profit as you can out of like a dying horse.
Like,
Yeah,
I
just-
feel like if I ever created something like that, like I'd want to see it until I legitimately died.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mhm.
that's one of my biggest things with Star Wars. I love Star Wars to death. I really do. But it's like, after Disney bought it out, their movies have just been mid. Like, Lucasfilms, like, George Lucas, potentially could have created, like, one of the coolest set of movies if he, like, kept his vision. And I hear that, like, even with the prequels, he kind of was starting to get out of it, too. Because, you know, you think about the first trilogy, it came out like back in the 70s, so it took him to like the early 2000s, like 30 years to like even drop the next one. Don't quote me on that, it might be late 90s on that number.
It was late 90s, yeah.
Late 90s.
I think 99 is when Phantom Menace came out.
Yeah, like 20 years. And then, you know, you have this baby, and then you just say, here. And I honestly, at first I was stoked, but like that
Yeah.
Marvel, like I think Disney just took on way too much. Like you took 2 of the biggest names in nerdom. I mean, except for DC, we still got DC.
Well, DC is still kind of struggling with movies, but
The Matt Reeves verse, I don't even care what anyone says. The Batman is a 10 out of 10.
Batman's 10
I mean-
out of 10, but, you know.
The Batman
What
was
else?
a fantastic film.
The
Cinematography.
Joker. It's
The
good.
Joker was toughy. I'm not gonna lie, it was cool.
Tough.
It was good. It
Tucker
was good.
Jones.
Yeah,
But it was, like, not in the DCU.
yeah.
Yeah. Whack.
So, I don't know. I feel like this. Never mind. I'm not going to give my own spiel on the Batman. That's another thing. Okay, real quick with Suicide Squad. I saw so many people hating on it, right? Talking about Kevin Conroy, R.I.P. to the
Go.
ultimate rendition of Batman. Love him to death, right? My entire childhood, the Batman animated series, Arkham, all of this, I get it. And, like, in a weird, like, modern day twist, this game could potentially keep going, you know? And I know it is, like, your usual battle pass setup, da-da-da, and it is kind of corny in a way to think about. But it is a game that can continue going on for a hot minute. And
It's
like,
fun.
and the even if it is not the clone Batman, I've seen theories. Even if it's not the clone Batman, or not, even if it is a clone Batman, Batman, if he was ever mind controlled, rather off, like off himself than to be evil, and
Well,
that's
if he's
ultimately what
being
he's
mind
wanted.
controlled, how is he gonna have control to kill himself?
Exactly, but that's the thing, though. That's why, like, when they killed him, everyone's like, "Why they do?" I love Batman. Everyone knows this by now. If you tune into this podcast at least like 3 times, you know that I live or die for this man.
I think he
And
is Batman, to be honest.
I wish, but I don't know, dude. I feel like
You know what's crazy? I saw the criticism that they were like, "Oh, Batman died to a gun." Play the game. How do you think the Flash dies? Bullet holes. How do you think the Green Lantern dies? Bullet holes. How do you kill
They
Superman?
die?
Bullet holes.
Spoilers. It's in the name.
Do you know who doesn't get bullet holes? The one who took a laser to the chest. Wonder Woman. That's the only one who didn't get filled with bullet
Whoa.
holes. Everyone else got filled with fucking bullet holes.
but that's even what Harley said afterwards. Is like, this is what he would have wanted. Not this She even says, not this Batman, but the real Batman.
Yeah.
Like, this is what he would want it.
Yeah. If he knew he was being mind controlled, he would rather get shot in the head than to let mind control Bruce do what he's doing.
Watch Justice League War. Watch Justice League War, and then give me your opinion. Like, play it, give me your opinion. You ever seen, not Justice League War, take that back. Justice League Doom. You ever seen that, Adrian? Where they hacked the contingency plans of each person in the Justice League from Batman's computer.
Wasn't it Bane who does that?
I think he's part of it. It's like
Yeah.
the League of Doom joins up, and they know that Batman has on his file the contingency plan to take out each of the Justice League members.
Yeah.
One by
Yeah,
one.
I've heard about this.
He's
And
talked about it like 9 times.
really?
You have.
Yeah, I think you've talked about it before. Yeah.
Well, Batman's
You
OP,
have.
and so, anyways, but yeah, watch that and then tell me what he would do. Because at the end of it, they're like, "We wouldn't do that to you," and he's like, "Well, then you're fools." Boom.
You know what? I can't wait to watch Super Bowl.
Oh, dear Lord. I could care less about the Super Bowl at this point.
Well,
Oh,
we will
you
admit
should
we
care a
were
little bit
wrong
more.
about the Super Bowl logo. They had to throw us off, honestly.
I think Chiefs are going to win just because of Taylor Swift dumping 200 million, pretty much, or just views.
I hate to say it, but Brock Purdy. Give him a ring.
No,
Give him the ring.
I did want to give our Super Bowl predictions so we can get it out before the Super Bowl and see if we're right, see if we're wrong.
I
but-
could really care less at this point. Both these teams are just like.
Well, we got to do it.
Okay. Well,
Just give your score prediction. Who do you think?
score prediction 31-24. Chiefs up. Taylor Swift dub. Taylor Swift victory.
Okay,
That's not what I was gonna say.
Adrian, go ahead.
I'm saying 38-24. Lombardi is going to the Bay Area. I think San Francisco.
The seasoning? Base seasoning? Or more Bay
I
League?
just
Or
I don't
or
think,
Salt Bay, Miami.
I
Salt
just don't
Bay.
think you can stop Christian McCaffrey and Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle. You can't stop Trent Williams. You're not going to stop Chase Young, Nick Bosa, Greenlaw, Travarius Ward.
You know who
Who's
does?
the safety?
Taylor
to-
Swift does.
Yeah.
Who I can't say his name. The safety
Fungus.
for San Fran. Haufunga or something.
I don't
like
know.
How
Who-
fungus.
We
fungal
are
infection.
we are treadling on tread mice. I don't know.
Yep.
But yeah, I just don't think there's enough answers on the Chiefs. You got Patrick Mahomes, you got Travis Kelce,
Taylor Swift.
maybe Isaiah Pacheco,
Every single
maybe Rashee Rice.
late 20s, early 30s white woman in America.
All you got on the defense is who do they even have on the
Just
defense other
Chris
than
Jones.
L'Jarius Sneeze? Is he back? No, he got.
Oh, I thought he
yeah.
was. No, he's back.
Yeah, Chris Jones. I was thinking Chandler
Chris
Jones.
Jones.
Sorry.
Oh no, he's
Yeah,
never
Chris
coming.
Jones.
He's never coming back.
I was.
Championship.
Yeah, no. They got L'Jarius Sneed and
Now,
Chris Jones. That's it. And George Karlaftis.
I'm gonna. Here's my prediction. So I want the 49ers to win. I hate
They're going
the
to win.
Chiefs. Hate the Chiefs. And the 49ers are like my second favorite team, outside the Bengals. I rocked with Brock Purdy all year in fantasy for the most part, so I don't want to hear it, Adrian. But for some reason, I feel like the NFL is going to dip their little greedy hands into the pot. Taylor Swift's going to most likely be there. The amount of viewers, I guarantee. How many? I bet Travis Kelce's going to propose at the end of the game if they win. Anyways,
They've been together like 4 or 5 months. They're not.
they said they've already been talking about getting married. I don't want to. I think it's dumb. Trust me, but it's obviously she's a billionaire. It would make sense.
I can't wait for in a year and a half for the mid album after the breakup. I shouldn't have married the touchdown guy.
The touchdown. Okay. Well, okay. Here's my score prediction. I want the 49ers to win. This is my real prediction that I'm hoping and thinking is going to happen. 35-28 49ers. But what I actually think is probably going to happen, it's going to be like a 42-38 barn burner. Kansas City somehow wins it.
I don't see Kansas City has no path to beating San Fran unless
I didn't think they had a
Brock
path to
Purdy
beat
gets
the
nervous.
Ravens.
I didn't think they had a path after
The
he
Ravens-
started crying after the
The
flag.
Ravens beat the Ravens.
But here we are.
Houston
He's in
beat
the Super
Ravens.
Bowl.
The
The
Ravens.
entire way,
beat
this
the
dude was just
Ravens.
crying, little crying baby. When?
Who?
Pat Mahomes. I didn't think he was going to even get past like round 2
Hold on, hold on.
playoffs, and here he is.
Do the cry in your Kermit voice.
Hang on.
Kermit.
Why'd you throw the flag?
Oh no, that's Patrick Mahomes. It was like he was in the room with us.
Honestly,
It's
not
me,
Travis.
Patrick Mahomes. I'm about to throw some touchdowns, baby.
Did you hear about his dad?
Yeah. Got arrested for a DWI. Let's go.
It was like his third one or whatever.
It's the
something like
second
Really?
one.
that. Second.
Early celebration, am I right?
I know, like he fucking pre-ejaculate. Okay.
Yeah, I don't see the Chiefs aren't going to beat them unless Brock Purdy gets nervous. If he gets nervous and loses his cool, 49ers lose. But if he's keeping his cool, McCaffrey's pushing. There's no way. If they don't have Debo, George Kittle easily going to make up for that. How many games did he have? Did he have that where he had like 3-4 catches for like 120, 130, 140 some yards and like 2 touchdowns?
Debo's gonna play. It's the Super Bowl. Like he'll play, but even if Brock Purdy gets scared, I think they still got Christian McCaffrey. They got Debo, Ayuk, Kittle. Like he's got so many playmakers.
Yeah,
around.
Ryuk. He's got the death in that, dude.
He do.
But going back to Taylor Swift, I know we don't really want to talk about it, but I wasn't like crying about her being like a focal point during football games. She wasn't really a focal point. It was just like, oh, she's at a football game. She's dating
It's
Travis
social
Kelce.
media.
It's social media, and like the Swifties are fucking annoying.
Terrible.
But
I hate them.
But
They've ruined football.
I have a more crazy hatred for Taylor Swift than I ever had starting right now.
Yeah.
The
Have you guys
reason,
seen- Oh, sorry.
no, the reason why is because, well, did you guys see her Grammy thing last night?
No, I saw Miley Cyrus beat her out.
I've
for,
never actually watched the Grammys.
I've never
ever
watched
in
the
my
Grammys,
life.
but I've seen TikToks. So, she announced her new album. She won Artist of the Year. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
The Grammys are pay to play. The Grammys are literally the
There's
worst. At
a
this
lot of-
point, it's just a gag reel of just like the most mid art
Barf.
that's ever came out.
Here's
ever.
my theory on it. Here's my quick little theory on it. There's a lot more diversity within genres of like hip hop and rock and all these other genres where like there's a lot of different polarizing figures with different fan bases that do differ and coincide together according to the artist. But Taylor Swift has a grip hold on the sad white women of the country who have love issues because they're terrible people.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot more of them than there is the diversity within hip hop and rock and EDM and all these things. That's why
She was
she's-
country and now she's pop. Stay in your lane, homie.
Yeah, seriously. Leave some for the
Jesus.
rest of us. Now she's going to be a hard rock. Maybe she might
Cl-
dip into rap. I don't know.
Clara should have beat her. Clara's a way better artist than Taylor Swift.
I'd rather hear Ben Shapiro rap than
No,
hear
no, no,
Taylor
no.
Swift rap.
God, did you listen to that? That was so bad.
I've heard snippets and it's
It
it's
just sounds
funny
like AI, dude. It's
because everyone, at least things I've seen, people starkly remember how he said rap has no place in society because it doesn't bring anything to the table or some shit like that.
and now he wants
Something.
it to
And now
chart number one or whatever.
Now when the non-American who complains about
American issues.
certain
Whoa.
problems,
Whoa.
Tom McDonald is Canadian. He's not American. He's a Canadian
Oh.
dude.
You know who also is? Drake.
Well, we're not talking about Drake.
You know who also
He's in the
is?
same boat.
You know who also
Hold on.
is?
Don't say we're not talking about Drake because if I look here
There is.
in the chat where you put the topics, your name says you put Drake leaks in the topic.
Who?
I did.
Chase.
No, we'll get to that here in a sec. But I wanted to go back to the
Can
Taylor
not.
Swift thing before we get completely off track. At the Grammys, she announced her new album, and a lot of people were like, "Why is nobody in the crowd excited about her new album?" It's like, well, she's like not. She's saying it to her peers, not her fans. You know, her
Yeah.
peers don't fucking like her. You know, she's tried to sue every single last one of them for copyright. Another thing is emissions came out, or
Wait,
the
hold on,
emission
hold on.
Oh, sorry.
I'm going to stop you for a second. She tried to sue for copyright.
She tried to
Who
sue
else is making sad? Nobody else is making sad
Olivia
music about their
Rodrigo, Billie Eilish, Clairo.
What I'm hearing is children. She's suing children.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what I'm hearing.
She hit Clara with copyright? She's actually
tried.
terrible.
She tried to do a cease and desist.
I'm down on that
and-
same wave. I hate her terribly.
No,
She
and
can
then
fall
okay,
off a cliff.
I hate her for the reason Chase is about to talk about. Go ahead. Keep going.
and then
I just had to say that.
I think like this week, carbon emissions results came out for the last year, and it shows that Taylor Swift, her jet emissions contributed to next to some of the biggest countries in the world. She polluted more with her private jet than some countries on the planet. Second off, there's this guy, Jack Sweeney, on Twitter who tracks jets using public data. We talked about him before. He tracked Elon Musk, and Elon Musk tried to sue him, but it didn't really matter because it's public data, so you can't really do anything about it. He's doing the same thing with Taylor Swift and hit her private jet, and at the same time also putting how much carbon emissions is being used, how many gallons of fuel is being used. And one of them, she took a flight that was 15 minutes that should have only taken 45 minutes if she just drove. And a lot of people are calling her out about that. But now she's trying to sue the guy who's tracking her flights, and a lot of people were just like, why are you fucking doing that? Like, first of all, Elon Musk tried to do it. Shitty person. But it's like, this is public data. We should have, access to this information. And why the fuck are you taking flights that is just, you don't need to do? And so all the memes today have been like, oh, Taylor Swift forgot to turn off a light in the next room and she's like on her plane.
I've seen a couple of those. What's funny is, this is like, what, her second, third year in a row? She's one of the biggest emitters in the
Carbon
world.
polluters, yeah.
Carbon polluters or whatever. That's just... But when I say internet, when I say fuck Taylor Swift, I'm the bad guy.
Yeah. No.
Have you guys seen... You guys know Meat Canyon? The illustrator?
Yeah.
Have you seen the Taylor Swift one?
Yeah. And then Taylor Swifties got fucking mad at him for making that, and
it's perfect, actually.
He had to go into hiding after that. He hasn't made another one, I don't think.
What's funny is they'll do all that. They'll do everything under the sun except directly dispute what people are saying.
Yeah.
We can go on the internet and be like, yeah, Taylor Swift is one of the worst people affecting the climate in the world.
Yeah.
She's like
she is quite literally a climate terrorist. I'll say it. I'll put it out there.
And they'll do everything they can to make us look like we just fucking dropped nukes on a random country.
Yeah,
instead of just saying, well, no, she actually doesn't if you look at this data. Because you can't.
You're cherry picking shit, first of all. But
it's just all emotional fucking, like I said, sad, crazy, loveless people who have nothing to do but live parasocially and be like, oh my god, friendship bracelets.
Hey,
Taylor Swift is my friend.
Here's just
appropriated that, you fucking cunt.
Here's just some advice. If you have to defend the billionaire, you're usually on the wrong side of things.
Yeah.
Hey, would not. I'm telling you, every single one of these women that would come up to her, she would not even think twice about you. She'd probably think you're lower garbage.
Quite literally.
If there was no cameras or security around, if you walked into a room and it was just Taylor Swift, and you were her fan, you're like, oh my god, Taylor, I love you so much. She'd probably spit on you before she said anything nice.
It's like the scene with Homelander on the plane, and he blows it up, and he like makes sure no one's recording first, and then kills everybody on the plane. And because he's like, I don't really care that much. That's Taylor Swift, essentially, to the world.
She hides behind, like, white feminism, like, when she's getting, like, bullied and stuff online, or, like, somebody says anything mean about her, she's just like, oh, this is, like, an infringement on women's rights. And it's just like, you're, like...
stretching.
It's a reach, for sure, but...
Yeah. I will say, and he's wrong on a lot of things, Kanye was right what he said about that bitch. Kanye was right about what he said about that bitch, Taylor Swift. He made her famous. He pissed off the white women by going on stage and saying Beyonce was better because Beyonce is better.
Beyonce did have a better year. It was a snub. Was it the Grammys or was it the VMAs?
It was the Grammys.
Was it the Grammys? Well, yeah. I mean,
so.
there's your reason why she won, anyways. But I think in the moment, Kanye shouldn't have done that. But looking back at it,
no. In the moment, I think he should have done that because fuck Taylor Swift. Think about it this way: Beyonce and Taylor Swift can put out an album the same time, every single time, within a week of each other, within days of each other. Beyonce will top her every single time. Every single time.
Surfboard.
Same thing with Kendrick Lamar and Taylor Swift, because Swifties wanted to fucking debate and say she's better than Kendrick Lamar.
That's
when
crazy.
Has Taylor Swift won a Pulitzer
that is crazy.
for one of her albums?
That is
Kendrick
not
Lamar's album
one of
was
his
so
albums.
Great.
Whoa.
His album was so good, he won a Pulitzer. How many black rap artists are winning Pulitzers? How many rap artists are winning Pulitzers?
I couldn't tell you what a Pulitzer was.
How many artists in general?
They're like
winning
writing
Pulitzer?
awards. They're kind of like writing Grammys.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that video where that guy was trying to debate, like, To Kill a Mockingbird. Or, wait, no. Fuck. To Pimp a Butterfly.
Yeah, you listen to Kendrick Lamar's new
Oh,
album, To Kill a
God.
Mockingbird.
To Kill a Mockingbird. No, to...
He says
Somebody
the
would...
N-word a lot.
Somebody was saying... Somebody was saying, trying to debate, like, that, like, Grammy, like, year where, like, Taylor won over To Pimp a Butterfly, and...
That's crazy.
Yeah.
King Kunta tops her entire discography.
With one album. He's
The
got an
blacker the
arsenal.
berry, the sweeter the juice.
His whole Untitled album just decimates anything that she's ever dropped.
Even Damn. I like Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Great album.
Great album.
Very diverse in sound.
Who do you have? Did you have the Who even feature on that?
Who?
What song is that?
That's one thing I've noticed. Have you ever noticed, like, look at, like,
I
big
hate not having
artists?
my phone.
Every now and then they'll just have a feature that, like, it's a big name, and big name that's, like, been around for a while. Sometimes it, like, just goes under the radar. Like, did you know that Ozzy Osbourne featured on a Post Malone track?
Yes, absolutely.
Travis
That's
Scott?
the hardest song in the world, actually.
Nobody talks about that much. Like,
What do you mean?
Listen to that all
Actually,
the time.
I could really saw that one comment. Honestly,
Yeah.
I think it's I want to say
like
it's the
that.
Who. It's it's not like one of the, like it's not like Humble or like, you know.
Humble has Rihanna. Wait, right? No.
Mm-mm.
No.
it was U2.
U2. Yep.
You came
I knew
close.
I was one of those bands where it's just like, you know, what song? How did the song go?
I think more so I'm talking about, like, because sometimes I'll look up, like, a random, like, one day I randomly looked up Busta Rhymes because I was like, I want to hear this one song. It's just stuck in my head. And I was just looking stuff that he's been featured on. It's like, seeing stuff from, like, the past 5 years that he's been featured on. It's like, if you, like, ever think about, like, older artists like that, like, they do that more often than not, and it doesn't really get talked about.
Run DMC featured,
Rest in
like,
peace.
made a song with Aerosmith.
Did you know
That's tough.
Ice-T had a rock band or whatever?
Yeah, they talk about it on Rick and Morty.
I didn't know that.
And it was actually not that bad.
Do you know what is it? Who sings Wagon Wheel? He's in Hootie and Blowfish. Hootie and the Blowfish.
Darius Rucker.
Yeah,
Darius Rucker.
yeah.
I weirdly have.
How do you? I was about to say, how
knowledge.
do you know? But
I feel like I've explained this before. I've told many people. My ex-fiance was a country girl. I was with her for 5 years, so I was exposed to country music. I went to country concerts. I've seen various country artists, a couple more than once.
R.I.P.
And
Toby
so
Keith,
I
by the
have-
way.
R.I.p. Toby Keith. I saw that.
R.I.P.
But yeah,
Toby Keith.
I have some.
What
I
happened
have some
to him?
knowledge in country music. Passed away from
Stomach cancer. At the age of 62. You didn't know this?
I didn't know.
Just happened yesterday.
Yeah.
Damn. R.I.P. They didn't kill people.
What?
No.
Who's
That's
the
it.
Who's the guy
That's
that
Aaron
Tom
Hernandez.
Segura? No, who's the guy that Tom Segura like hates? I thought it was Toby Keith for some reason.
Let me look this up.
Because like
Toby
Tom
Keith is
Segura,
like a good dude.
it's a country artist, Keith Urban maybe.
Garth Brooks.
Garth Brooks, that's right.
Garth Brooks has killed people. Oh, it's like isn't it like a conspiracy theory that like every
Yeah.
state he goes on tour, like people go missing the next
Yeah.
weeks after?
Mm-hmm. And like Tom Segura just
I'm
like
reading about it.
yeah, he just like every time he brings it up, he just like because like Garth Brooks has him like blocked on everything. Tom Segura just like
What a
dude,
random
you're
feud.
you're killing people. It's so weird, but yeah, it's funny.
That's such a random. Garth Brooks and Tom Segura. Never would have saw that coming.
Oh, we started talking about Drake leaks. I don't know if we wanted to go back to it. We should also really do a scores for Palworld, because we've said it for the past like 2 episodes we were going to do
Let's
one.
do that
we
now,
just
because
never did it.
Before I don't want to address it because it's going to sound hypocritical with what I'm saying, but as straight men, we shouldn't be talking about Drake's leaks. Who gives a fuck? His dick was out. Same shit happened as Isaiah Rashad. He got caught doing some shit. It happens. Shit got leaked. We're going to forget in a couple months.
I just
Who
love
cares?
seeing all the like funny videos.
Too many
about
straight
it.
men are commenting on it, and I don't want us to be those dudes. I do not care about some other
We-
dudes.
we-
fucking
Who's straight
Johnson.
here? What are you talking about?
We had a Taylor Swift rant already. We do not need Drake Lee
Yeah.
rant as
Yeah.
well. What are we, TMZ?
Ever. I don't ever want to talk about that. I don't care.
Yeah. Drake is
Sucks.
mid anyways now.
Unfortunate on a human level
He
that
fell
somebody would
off.
do that to another person, regardless of their social status and their fame as a human. I feel in that sense that's fucked up. Other than that, I don't give a shit.
Anita Max Wynn-er pictures
Anita
leaked
Max-
online.
Anita Max Wynn-er. Anita Max. Is that the title? Anita Max
We're done talking about it. Palworld. Let me go. Fucking. Let me get my handy dandy notebook.
Okay, get your scores ready, guys. Really think about it.
I do want to say I think we should take functionality away from how we score it.
Oh,
because
no.
it's an early access beta. I don't
Well,
think we should.
I don't think if it's an early access game, why should it get a 10? Why should it even come close to a 10 then? Why are they releasing a game early if it's not done?
Because we're American.
Why are you dipping your toes in the pool, being told what temperature is, and then complaining about said temperature? We're being told it's a beta, it's pre-release.
Ah. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna rate it how I want to. I'm gonna rate it how I want to rate it, Adrian. This is something scores. This is not Adrian
You
scores.
can't tell
all
me
right?
that.
I'm taking
was a bar.
functionality.
That was a
That was
bar.
taking-
I can't hate it, but I can't hate it, but
You can't tell
I'm
me that
gonna
wasn't a
score it
bar.
how I want to score it.
In my score, I'm taking functionality out of the picture just because I know it's pre-release. There's glitches. There's
I'll
bugs.
make a note of it.
PCs
I'll make a note of it.
have different hardware that are much better than Xboxes. So obviously, we got the shittier version. It's fine. I know what I'm dipping my toes into, so I'm not complaining.
Are we gonna say the same thing about Cyberpunk on release?
I didn't play
Functionality.
Cyberpunk, so I don't have. an
Well, I'm
opinion.
just saying.
that game
I'm just
just-
saying.
You want to talk
I
about
say
not my cup of
if
tea?
it was
for a game.
pre-release, then take functionality out
Oh
of the
my
score.
goodness.
There you go.
Technically, it was pre-release because this is the final product now.
All right.
Still couldn't
who
make it
wants to go
third
first?
person. Just couldn't do
Who's
it.
got there?
Just could
Okay.
not do it.
Again,
Okay.
You want to go first?
Let's get into it. Who wants to go first? Sgan, Adrian, me.
I was looking for my notebook.
9.8.
Thing.
Gannon.
9.8?
Yeah.
Why 8? Why are you
just-
factoring in like this weird decimal?
The decimal comes from, honestly, probably the fact that it crashes. And I know that's with the functionality thing. But, like, a pre-release, like, what was that game with Warner Brothers? It was like the Warner Brothers version of Super Smash Bros. Like, that's a pre-release. And that worked great.
Multiverses.
Yeah. See, that was a pre-release, and that actually worked fantastic. It was lacking content for being a
Yeah,
pre-release.
that one.
And they shut down the
different
servers.
Complete
You know that?
engines.
I tried to play it like
Yeah,
a couple
they
weeks
shut down.
back, and they shut down the servers until like I think next month. Then they open it back up. It looks sweet though. But with
This is a
Palworld,
Palworld review.
it's like I remember constantly just being like, this game is just so chilling. Like I'm just hopping on. No, never mind. I can't word it like that. I'm flying around on a pal. No, yeah, I'll go with that one. Oh, that one's a lot better than hopping on. Flying around, on my van worm, and I'm shooting fireballs down. But at the same time, it's not like stressing. It's not like Elden Ring where I'm flying around or walking around or traveling through, and I've got to worry about a giant out of nowhere just like crushing me,
Yeah.
or
The
you know what I
stress
mean?
is in the right places. Like
Right. I'm gonna go look
fighting an
for the
alpha
stress.
boss or
Yeah.
something
Like
like
with the
that.
Fangalope not being able to spawn for 2 days. I think it was like a week actually. I was trying to get that guy. But
Good like 8 days.
yeah, dude. I've wanted the Fangalope forever, and finally got it by the way. But yeah, dude. I think I'm gonna have to throw in the functionality because the fact that it like runs smoothly for about an hour and then crashes, and you got to reload it in. And it's not like a regular multiplayer game where we could just invite straight up. Like you got to put the code in every single time, and it's always a different code. And yeah, if they made it so you can put your own world password on, is that what Minecraft does?
I think you just buy a realm or a server, and
Oh,
you
Yeah.
just you just
lost
get
me.
access to it.
Um, but yeah, that's like make your own password for it, in such ways, stuff like that. That'd be
What
a
do you
lot.
think? It's not. Or keep going. Keep going. Sorry.
I think it's amazing to me that was such low budget compared to these big. We talked about this earlier, but these big mainstream production companies, and they actually absolutely pooped on them. Like 10 million, like max players in one time. 10 million. That's like more than Fortnite at its peak. Not even
Mm-hmm.
joking. I looked it up. That's crazy, dude. Think about that.
No, it's
Fortnite's
number
been
one.
what?
Cyberpunk.
No, it is not.
It was. Cyberpunk's number one. I think. I want to say it is, but
I'm
I,
thinking you're lying.
no, I want to. I saw the chart and I saw Palworld and then I saw Cyberpunk above it. At peak, like first, like
Yeah, maybe like
release.
first day until everyone played it for 8 hours and was
I'm
like,
just, I'm just
oh,
saying, I'm just saying. We were talking shit about Cyberpunk, and I just wanted to slide that in there.
until people actually played the game. You're talking about maybe the first hour it drops, and then everyone got the digital copy and was like, oh.
That's like JJK. It had the most refunds in the first
That's
like
crazy.
hour.
That's so
Returns.
sad.
Yeah, the most returns.
and refunds.
Anyways, keep going. Sorry, I didn't mean to off track you.
But yeah, that's pretty much it, dude.
Okay. Well, I mean, like, what do you think of like the pals and the design and
I
like,
love the designs of these
the
dudes. Like
gameplay?
Quivern, that's my guy. If for those who don't know, I'm sure 10 million of you know, but
I'll put a little
Quivern,
picture in.
Quivern is like a clown dragon. He's like Dragon Knight, essentially, but cooler. I like his design way more than Dragon Knight's, not even gonna lie. Dragon Knight's nostalgic, not, but Quivern looks better to me. Also, another one that stands out, previously mentioned, the Fangalope. Love that guy. And Univolt. Univolt was fun. So, those are like some just different designs of it. I like the more softer tone, I think, characters than, I think they're like fun. And they look like they could be your friend. But yeah, dude. And Cloud, anything with Cloud. Like, that's why I like Altaria. And, from regular Pokemon. Clouds, I'm in there. That's cool.
Cast form.
Yeah.
Lost me.
It's Cloud.
Chase, do you have a score yet, or
I do have a score.
What you got?
A 7.5.
I knew you were gonna be 7 point something. I knew it.
7.5. So, in my honest
totals.
opinion, a pre-release game, early access game. I understand they're announcing it. Hey, this is early access. Early access. This game is not done. Don't release it then. This has been the biggest rant from the gaming community for the past forever. Stop releasing unfinished games because inevitably, and this is what well, they fixed it and now it's good. I stopped playing it after it was not fully released, and then I came back to it. It was so good. I'm playing the DLC right now. It is phenomenal. Cyberpunk, not Palworld.
How much was the
yeah.
DLC?
Like $25, I think.
25 bucks. I think. 25 bucks. I think. 25 bucks. I think. 25 bucks. I think. 25 bucks. I think. 25 bucks. I think. 25 bucks. I think. 25 bucks. I think. 25 bucks. I think. 25 bucks. I think. 25 bucks. I think. 25 bucks. I think. 25 bucks. I think. 25 bucks. I think. 25 bucks. I think. 25 bucks. I think. 25 bucks. I think. 25 bucks. I think. 25 bucks. I think. 25 bucks. I think. 25 bucks. I think. 25 bucks. I think. 25 bucks. I think. 25 bucks. I think. 25 bucks. I think. 25 bucks. I think. 25 bucks. I think. 25 bucks. I think. 25 bucks. I think. 25 bucks. I think. 25 bucks. I think. 25 bucks. I think. 25 bucks. I think. 25 bucks. I think. 25 bucks. I think.
Yeah, it wasn't
Don't-
even like a full release.
Don't lie
type
to
E.
me.
No,
Don't lie to
it's good. It's so good, dude. Idris Alba. Oh my god. But anyways, that's Cyberpunk Palworld. I don't think an early access game should get above an 8. That's just like it's not a finished product. It's not a finished game. Are we going to come back in like a couple of years and
Hater.
review Palworld?
Hater
No,
alert.
hey, it's still a good score. It's still a good score. It's just
Hater of the day.
Okay, I'll talk about I'll talk about the bad things real quick, and then I'm going to talk about all the things I love about Palworld. The bugs. Holy fuck. There's so many bugs, so many
Warsect?
like huh?
Yeah, Warsect is a cool pal. I'll give you that.
Oh my god. The bugs are rampant through Palworld. It is still playable. You can still get through it, but I swear every time I get into a dungeon, the game crashes. Then I have to load it back up. Then I play through the dungeon, and then it'll crash when I get to the very end. So I don't even feel like I want to go into dungeons anymore. I haven't found this with boss fights. Boss fights seem like they run fine. Some of the textures are spotty. Some of the pals design I think are a little inconsistent. Some of them just look like the texture was like done differently than all the other pals, and it's just like some of them look like they have like a metallic texture with like weird like extra details that don't look consistent throughout all the PAL designs, which, you know, if you're gonna kind of be on theme with that stuff, I think you should have a more consistent like asset library for your PAL skins. That's just like a little tidbit thing. I'm a like graphic guy, I'm a designer guy, so
Well, I mean, if
look at that
some
stuff.
PALs are meant to look more metallic or
No, I
more fuzzy than others.
I used the wrong word. I mean, it's like the texture of the PAL looks almost like you ever see
What's
the
it?
drawing?
Do you have an example?
That big lightning bear thing.
Griswold?
Well, no, there's a specific part in his design, in his lightning bolt, where like all of him is yellow and it's just like silk all the way down, but then in his lightning bolt you see like these little like grainy details of like something weird, and then there's like a big gash and like in between the yellow and black. But then you go to another PAL and it's just like all the way down smooth. It's just like one big asset that looks fine. But then you just get those inconsistencies with the PALs. It's
You're
just
gonna have to
I'll show
pictures,
you. I'll
'cause
show you guys. I'll try pointing it out, but
You and
it
this
is.
time, Phantom Liberties 25.49.
There you go.
Imagine buying that.
It's so good. Ask Trey. Trey loved it. Stop interrupting me. We're never gonna get through this. The good things I like about it. I think they do Pokemon better than Pokemon. I think this is the Pokemon game that we've been wanting for so long, and then some. This isn't a Pokemon game. This is a Palworld game. This is a completely different system, completely different setup.
This motherfucker spitting.
The PALs, I think, have a more unique design. I like a lot of the PAL designs more than some of the newer Pokemon that I'm seeing. I like the fact that like they do jobs and the animations fit the jobs that they're doing. If you play a Pokemon game, you have a Pokemon doing something out in the wild. It's just doing the same animation every other Pokemon's doing. I think the animations are fluid. I love the survival aspect of it. I think it's just one of those games that's like, there's so much potential, but like I said, it's early access. I don't think it's a complete game. So that's why it's a 7.5. But it's still a great game.
Palworld did Pokemon better than Pokemon 7.5.
You want to rate a Pokemon game? The latest Pokemon game, a 2. How do you like that?
Okay.
There, I just,
You know what? I'll take that.
When you put it like that, that's fair.
if you want to, the latest Pokemon games have not
Chase
been
is
good.
the Simon Cowell of video games.
Yeah.
It was
All
awful.
right.
Too.
I
Go ahead,
give
Adrian.
it 9.4.
God, what is going on?
I thoroughly enjoy it. I like
Hold
a
on,
lot of
wait.
aspects.
Before you guys go on, you rated Palworld higher than Remnant 2.
Well, because Remnant for me was short in content.
Okay.
How you gonna? How you
No,
gonna
okay,
judge my scores?
no,
You gonna hear
okay.
my explanation?
Go ahead. Whatever.
Now you're ordering the steak. You didn't even look if steak was on the menu.
Okay, you're just saying shit now. You're just trying to be poetic.
You ordered the corn on the cob without the cob.
Lose
Continue,
corn.
Adrian.
Yeah, it
All the
continues.
bits.
I'm sorry. I won't interrupt.
But
again.
I thoroughly enjoy it because I thoroughly enjoy the design. I thoroughly enjoy the concept because, like you were saying, it's doing Pokemon better than Pokemon. It's giving us exactly what we've wanted from Pokemon for so long. I mean, since Pokemon Yellow, I don't know if you guys remember Pokemon Yellow.
Oh, I
Your
remember.
Pikachu followed you. Ever since then, we never got a Pokemon follows you type of deal
Arceus.
until very late. But at this point, we've been asking.
a little too late.
We've been asking for steak.
Gap.
I'm gonna go back to the steak. We've been asking for steak for so long. You just came out with the flank steak. Now you're getting mad that we're
You
getting
gave
a
us
New York strip
You
instead.
gave us straight up pork chops, bro.
And like I heard, even like Palworld, it's better than the Arceus game.
Graphics wise,
And-
yeah.
and not just graphic wise.
No, I mean, yeah, with everything too. Yeah.
In
you're
the
right.
very niche detail of having your pal follow you everywhere. Like if you're not at base, your pal will follow you everywhere. If you
I
let them
love
out,
that.
they will follow you.
They're
Well,
your
in
little
Arceus,
friends.
they also follow you everywhere too. Say that.
Whatever. Potato.
Arceus is my
It's-
favorite Pokemon game as of late.
I haven't played it, so I don't have.
Soul
opinion,
Silver, my actual favorite Pokemon.
But yeah, like I was saying, like it just right off the bat, we're not getting Palworld in 2D and waiting 20 something years to finally get even just a small niche detail that apparently seemed easy to put in because they did it, which it's just great. And I mean, I like the play style, the survival aspect. Kind of hard, not hard, but kind of a little iffy to figure out everything.
Tuffy Jones.
Exactly what's going on. But once you figure out everything, it's really just, it becomes muscle memory, and you just start doing shit.
And once you get your base to like being self-sufficient, you come back and you just get gear.
I do love flying around, being able to fly around on the POW or pause, ride on the land-based POWs.
That's right.
I do like that concept. I think that's cool, especially because you can attack while on them. You can do their attacks, or you could pull fucking drive-bys on a bird, which is pretty cool. But I like flying around, like looking for eggs, and I like that kind of like the small detail of like looking in high up places or like cliffs, little ledges on cliff sides that have eggs, and like the difference in finding just a regular sized egg or a large or a huge egg, and like being based on like the areas, like you'll find more fire eggs in the lava area, more ice eggs in the ice area. I think it's just cool. I like that. I mean, I took points off because there are parts of the UI that I don't like.
Oh yeah.
And that's kind of picky
The tracking?
on my point. Like, not
The UI.
tracking, but specifically when you go to upgrade POWs, having to upgrade one trait at a time, even if you have multiple like small souls, it gets annoying to do if you're trying to if you have like 15 to use, you got to do one at a time. You got to do this.
I think the
Except
menus
that,
are
yes,
just so very tedious and busy, and
Yeah.
it's hard to kind of follow if you're not familiar with it.
and the lack of an auto sort without having to go to a box or something you could put transfer items to is a bit annoying. But I do like the detail that like with the food that does expire, if you just go to a box and hit sort, resets the timer on any of them, which is pretty cool. Having the pals work and do stuff, it actually does make the grinding aspect a little easier once you start getting things automated. The breeding is cool too. It's interesting because you don't have to get, like, you do have to get like breed a specific pal with a specific pal, but it's not like you have to get two Anubises to breed an Anubis. You can get like a whatever and a whatever, and you could breed this.
That's what I thought was so boring with Pokemon. The breeding on Pokemon.
Yeah.
Just like,
And I like Palworld because I think that its play style and the way it's set up, I think it sets itself up for longevity because it sets itself kind of as like a Pokemon Minecraft. Minecraft has a lot of longevity. Just that survival base building play style. I think it has some longevity there.
And the roadmap looks tough.
And the roadmap looks cool. The power designs are pretty cool. The moves are cool. I think it's pretty fucking cool that you can find moves out to like make your pals learn just out in the wild, not like in a Pokeball. Like you find a random technical machine sitting in the wild. Like it's more realistic that it's a fruit that comes from a tree that you could find that'll teach your pal a move. I think that's more realistic than like I have this machine. Would you fucking inject it into the Pokemon, or you just like put it in front of their face? Like, how does technical hidden machines work?
I was also going to say, I forgot what I was going to say. I don't like that the sound design isn't there. I like sounds in games. It's like very muffled and like, it's just not there.
Hey, they told you the hot tub's hot.
Mm-hmm.
Don't complain about the temperature.
Mm-hmm. If you can't handle it, get out the kitchen.
And I do attribute that. I think I said it earlier too. Computer hardware is a lot more.
Sorry.
It has a lot more power than Xbox processing powers and all that. So yes, obviously, porting it from PC to Xbox, it's going to have more bugs, more issues, and that's something they're going to have to flesh out. But we got it for free, so I ain't complaining.
Cool side mechanic. Like, you could ride our socks in the cold weather, and he keeps you warm. That's cool. Little things like that.
Little details like that.
I do like, when the devs obviously the devs obviously put a lot of like thought into those little things. I do like it when like you kind of have to be strategic about the pals you bring out and stuff. But my biggest gripe, I didn't even mention it in my review. We all started a world together. It was on Trey's world. I haven't been able to get back on. Everybody else has. I got locked out, so I'm a little butthurt.
That is a common issue too. That is a very common issue, which does suck, I think, for the game. But also, character integration should be coming to the game. So once things are fixed and able to enter the world, you can take that character you leveled up with those pals.
That would be cool if the game was finished. Why didn't they do it right then and there?
You wanted to test the waters, and they actually blew it out of it.
Yeah,
blew it out of the water.
I understand when a game. So, like with a dev team like this, it's like 15 people, I think, in total. Only spent $15 or $10 million. How much money did they spend? Lowball
6.5,
but 6.5.
Yep, 6.5 million.
And they were able to release, and I understand this early access. They were just really trying to test the waters and see if people could enjoy it. But yeah, I mean, for me, it's still like if you don't have the game almost finished, don't release it. I mean, I've heard a bunch of people also talk about once you hit a certain point in the game, once you've like leveled up to a certain number, there's just no more content. It feels like the world's empty. You've caught all the pals you need. You've beaten all the bosses. It's like there's nothing else to do outside of those
when
things.
You play the game for like 13 hours a day, you'll eventually hit that point pretty quick. That's more on some people need to fucking go outside, live life a little bit.
But that's the thing. I mean, really, outside of like building your base, doing dungeons and catching pals and doing the bosses, what is there to do? You explore the map, but I mean, you're catching pals already. I just feel like some of the missions too are a little tedious. Collect 10 pals is like a big XP gain. Like you kind of have to do that to level your character up. It's just annoying.
I think it's fun.
You get major XP bonuses for like each 5 pounds you catch.
Yeah, but it's like 10 is when you get the most, right?
Yeah. When you hit 10 is when you get like the most. But you get like.
But then what you can do is just sell them to the black market.
4,000.
I know, but it's like you're wasting pal spheres then. You know, it just seems like busy work for really nothing in return, and it just becomes more grindy.
Well, because
then
the more you level up, the easier it becomes to make pal spheres. It's kind of like a snowball effect.
I understand it gets easier, and you just pick up pal spheres anyways. But it's I do understand like what's the point of catching these pals if you have your base maxed out. I mean, really, you're not really buying anything unless you're buying pals, right? So it's like, and then what are you going to do with all these pals when you can't put them in your base? You can play around with them, sure, but I mean, after you beat all the bosses, the dungeons are all pretty much the same layout, all the same pals. What else is there to do?
Find the luckies.
I mean, there's going to be PvP coming too.
Yeah, could have.
But I mean,
come out
that's
with
the
it.
same. That's the same problem.
It's literally
with
free.
Pokemon. Once
you spent $25 on a dead game.
It's not dead. It had peak number. It had more peak players. It had more peak players than pals.
You and Trey are the only 2 people I've heard talk about it. I have not seen nothing on that game for the last.
You didn't watch the anime. It came out in 2020, but the latest update came out last year.
The anime was pretty good. I will say that, and I did like the anime.
I don't know.
Just give it a chance. I honestly think you'll love it.
I'm more of a medieval guy when it comes to stuff. Not really futuristic.
It's like
I'll check it out eventually.
I'm more of a fantasy guy too, but I still like the sci-fi stuff a little bit. You're a Star Wars guy. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but I also like if I'm watching. Like I'd much rather watch like a Castlevania type.
So picky.
I hate to be the bad news bear.
Yeah, we are at hour 40.
Yeah, it's already 10 o'clock here.
We went pretty long.
That's what she said. Oh.
I'm gonna
fucking. You can find us on all streaming platforms. I'm talking Spotify, Apple Podcast, and YouTube. You can also sign up for our Patreon. It's only $3 a month, and that is strictly donation.
Only $3.
Trace.
And you can find everything, everywhere, at all times, anytime.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say everything, everywhere, all at once then?
All right, no free clout. Come on.
You know what? Hey, look down here. Oh,
bleep it out. Bleep it out.
But yeah, thanks guys for listening to us, and yeah, dude.
How much would it take for you to play Cyberpunk?
Me? No, dude, I'm not doing
both
any
of you.
These. I'm
Both
not
of
doing
you
any of
guys
these anymore. I'm not doing any of these. I'm done.
Why?
I'll play it eventually. I'm tired of
video
flip-flopping games. I've got the core set of games that I'm playing right now. Any other games outside of that? No thanks.
Skull and Bones comes out next week.
I'm not adding any more games.
It's like a pirate game, like open world pirate game, multiplayer.
Play that.
It
That
is
might be the last
One Piece. It is One Piece in a game, baby. No powers, I don't think, but
Lost me.
I heard people
Done.
were doing that in like
Next.
Roblox and Minecraft.
Oh, actually,
The
I did see gameplay on that.
Roblox it just has a stigma. I feel icky playing it.
Yeah. I'm
I
gonna talk
hear-
about that next week. How Fortnite
I
is
have
in
kids
Roblox,
cuts that come through and they
but-
say they play Roblox more than anything, and then I'm just like, you poor child.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But you got anything to add, Chase? You know,
No, I just said.
Shay.
What'd you call me?
I said you got anything else to Shay?
I don't know where
Butter.
that's coming from.
Shea butter.
Shea butter. Okay. No. I am glad you guys listened to us rant this whole time. I feel like we just ranted. We didn't really like articulate anything except for our review.
Isn't that what a podcast is?
Quite literally, Adrian. I don't think you really know what a podcast is. Really.
Okay, well, on that note, actually, before we go, I do want to say, fuck the Chiefs. I hope you lose.
Woo!
Patrick Mahomes, I hope you snap your ankle and you cry like a
Oh,
bitch.
fuck Taylor Swift. What are we talking about?
Taylor Swift, I hope somebody spits on you.
Whoa. Okay. Well, that's going a little too far.
No. Push her out a window.
I hope somebody spits on you.
She
you
might
get a big
sue
ol'
us.
pimple.
She might sue us, guys. She is.
I don't care.
Oh, what are you
I
gonna
don't
take?
care.
You're gonna take like
I care.
$5
I hope
from
somebody
me?
spits and she gets just a big old fucking, just a big fucking giant mountain of a fucking pimple right here for like weeks. I hope it just fucking ruins her month.
And I want that as big as her carbon emissions.
I hope when the Chiefs lose, I hope Kanye says something to her.
Why? Kanye's not
Because
a
she
good
deserves
guy.
it. She deserves it. You deserve to have a shitty person shit on you. Fuck you, Taylor Swift.
Damn. Gannon, did you have anything?
No.
Okay.
All right, well, that is all the time we have for you on this episode of the Something Original Podcast. My name is Adrian.
And I'm Chase from the Something Original Podcast.
And I was M and Wally B. Gannon. Peace.
Gannon from...
Huh?